161 runs at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. I mean, if you follow cricket, you know that score is, well, it's usually a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely. That pitch is a batting paradise.
161 is supposed to be the warm-up, not the final total.
And yet, India defends it. They walk away with a 29-run victory over the USA to kick off their title defense.
And that is the mission of this deep dive. We're unpacking India's opening clash. Because looking at the scoreboard, it says comfortable win.
Right.
But looking at the sources we've analyzed, the match reports, the expert commentary, it paints a much more stressful picture.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out if this was a clinical performance or maybe a lucky escape masked by some elite bowling.
I think it's a bit of column A, bit of column B. The headline is India 161 for 9, USA 132 for 8. Simple enough.
But the texture of the game.
Exactly. The texture, to use a phrase from one of the reports, was gritty. This was not the T20 fireworks show everyone at Wankhede bought tickets for.
So let's talk about that grit. Or maybe struggle is a better word for it.
Yeah.
India's batting card looks like a paradox.
It does. You have this world-class lineup, a galaxy of stars, but then you look at the start. Abhishek Sharma.
A golden duck.
A golden duck to kick off a tournament is just a nightmare scenario. It's not just the 0 on the board. It's the immediate psychological transfer of pressure.
To the next guy walking in.
Right. And the sources are flagging this as a structural issue. India's top order volatility is exposing the middle order way too early.
It felt like the batting order was playing two different games. Sharma goes down instantly, but then Suryakumar Yadav steps in.
That's KY, yeah.
And usually we associate him with this 360-degree chaos, right? The scoops, the sweeps.
Yeah.
But this felt different.
That's the key insight here. He didn't play the entertainer. He played the technician. The analysis calls his innings the backbone of the total.
He anchored it.
He anchored it. He saw the pitch wasn't behaving, or maybe the USA bowlers were just hitting better areas than expected, and he adjusted. Without that pivot, India doesn't get to 161.
No way. They probably fold for a 130.
Which would have been undefendable.
Even for this attack. But they did get to 161. And this is where that label clinical actually fits. Because defending a lowish total at Wankhede requires, well, near perfection.
It requires discipline. The data shows India's bowlers didn't just chase wickets, they strangled the run rate.
They forced the USA to take risks.
Risks they clearly didn't want to take.
And Mohammad Siraj seemed to take that very personally.
He was the spearhead, for sure. But look beyond just his wickets. The sources all highlight the field placement.
The tactical squeeze.
Yes. India realized the USA batsmen were trying to build slow, safe partnerships. So what do? They cut off the easy singles. They forced the USA to hit boundaries to survive, and on that day, against that attack.
They just couldn't do it consistently enough.
Exactly.
Okay, but I want to push back on the USA performance, though. Because looking at the commentary, there's a lot of India dominated, but the USA batted out their full 20 overs.
That's a fantastic point.
They only lost 8 wickets. That's not a collapse.
No, and that's the underreported story here. The USA wasn't just happy to be there for the experience. You look to Sanjay Krishnamurthy and Milind Kumar, they built genuine resistance.
They actually frustrated the Indian bowlers for a while.
They did. They absorbed pressure. The gap between associate nations and the big teams usually shows up in how quickly a team panics. The USA didn't panic.
So a massive step forward for them.
A huge step. They didn't win, but taking the game deep, forcing India to keep their premier bowlers on until the end, that proves they can challenge higher-ranked teams tactically, not just show up.
So we have a win that feels a little bit like a warning shot.
A gentle warning shot, maybe. The consensus from the experts is pretty clear. The bowling unit is tournament ready. They can defend totals.
But the batting?
The batting is too top-heavy. You can't rely on Suryakumar Yadav to bail you out every single time the openers misfire.
It's just not sustainable.
Precisely. If that top order doesn't find consistency, the middle order is going to burn out before you even get to the finals.
And that brings us to the big question for you to think about. We saw India's bowling save the day against the USA. But picture this. It's the semifinals. You're playing Australia or England teams don't just defend, they attack relentlessly. If India's batting collapses early again, can even a world-class bowling attack carry them through when they face the world's most aggressive hitters?
Yeah, I think about